Umamusume Global player rejoice. Game has cooked again on the 4th of July weekend and released the news that we'll be getting independent training soon in the global server. This was brand new feature that was added into JP server just last month, and now we'll be getting this feature added into the global server soon. Originally, this was only announced for JP, KR, and Taiwanese server, but I'm guessing that Game was planning on releasing this feature to global server from the beginning, but they just hold off on the news so they could announce it during Anime Expo. Even the JP veterans seems to be confused on exactly what this feature does, so I decided to make a quick video on how this feature works. Fortunately, my goat, Kkumtul, a Korean Umamusume YouTuber, has made a video going over all the features of the independence training. I will include a link to this video in the description below. Make sure you give him a click, like, and comment to show him some appreciation. By the way, only 13% of my viewers are subscribed to my channel. If you found this video to be helpful, please consider subscribing and liking this video. I would first like to mention that there's actually 3 different types of auto training features in JP server at the moment. First is the guided career feature that I mentioned on my old video about the upcoming features in Umamusume, where you can set up an AI to your liking to play the career for you. This feature is often called Omakase Training in JP, and it was added around 4th anniversary. Game promised that we'll be getting this feature early at the initial announcement, but we never got an update, even after getting close to 1.5 anniversary. In fact, even the KR server still hasn't got this feature, even though they're currently at 4th anniversary. Second is Legacy Procurement. It's a paid feature that was released earlier this year in JP, where for about $12 a month, you'll be able to create 10 parents UMAs per day with just few clicks of a button. You can watch this video where Zelarinth showcased this feature for more information. But what we're getting is a brand new feature that was just added in the JP server last month. It's basically the free version of the Legacy Procurement, where instead of generating up to 10 parents UMAs per day, you have Umamusume running in the background to farm Umas every 50 minutes. So let's look at Kkumtul's video to find out how independent training works. Independent training is a new autoplay feature that was added in the June 29th in the JP, KR, and the Taiwanese server. How it basically works is that you start the independence career, then in 50 minutes, it will simulate a career for you. During the 50 minutes, you can still do other features in Umamusume, such as team trial or giving your Umas headpad in the lobby. Even when the game is turned off, the independent career will be running in the server side. It might look like it's auto-playing the career for you in 50 minutes, but probably how it works is that it already simulates the whole career right away, similar to the Legacy Procurement feature, but it's just giving you the result 50 minutes later because it's free. There is 3 different career styles for the independent training. There's balance and prioritize stamina and prioritize sprint or speed. You can also set up your support card and the race schedule, and also set list of skills to prioritize on your support training event during the career. For example, on Yukino Region Guts card, you can make the AI to prioritize getting the hint for playtime is over, or prioritize getting the hint for corner SOAR. If you do not select which skills to prioritize, it will always choose the first option in the chain event. And the preferred skill that you select doesn't necessarily have to come from your support card. You can select any skill, and even if you don't have a way to get that skill hint through your support card, it's still possible to get it through a random training event during the career. For example, if you selected a second wind as one of your preferred skill, even if you're not running Saiyan Sky stamina card, there's a small chance that you might get this training event randomly. And if you have second wind as one of your preferred skill, AI will select the bottom options to give you the hint for second wind. So always select the preferred skill that you want at the beginning of the independent career, even if it's not possible to get it through your UMA or your support card. It is also recommended to always put corner recovery as one of your preferred skill, say in case you get acupuncture event randomly the independent career. Now, how does the independent career come with the final stat and career race results? Now, this is the part that even the JP veterans are having trouble understanding how it works. How it simulates your race result depends on your aptitude of your UMAs. Here is the exact formula of how the independent career simulate whether or not you win all the race in your race schedule. First, there is a default flat 30% win rate, no matter what. And if you have a distant aptitude A on your UMA for the race that you scheduled, it will give you 40%. If you have B aptitude on the distance, it will give you 30% instead. Same thing for your track aptitude. And anything below B will give you minus 10% win rate. For example, if you have a B aptitude on dirt and A aptitude on mile, your Oguri cab going on Champions Cup will have 100% chance to win that race. This is why you see Oguri Cap with great aptitude winning all her scheduled race. You won't get this type of result with Haru Urara. Basically, if you have correct A aptitude on both distance and track, you will basically win all the race outright, no matter what your stat line is. But lower your aptitude for specific race, it will also lower the chance for you to win that race. But that's not all. Going on a consecutive race will also decrease the chance for you to win the race. Starting at your third consecutive race, you get minus 10% chance for you to win that race. On the fourth consecutive race, is minus 25%. Fifth, minus 35%. And 6 and beyond, you will get minus 50%. So going on too many races at once consecutively could have a great impact on the amount of race that you will win. It is recommended that you do not do more than 3 consecutive races. Based on your double A aptitude, up to 3 consecutive races, you will still have 100% win rate because 30 plus 40 is 110. So even with minus 10% for the third consecutive race, you'll still have 100% win rate. However, starting at 4th consecutive race and beyond, it's impossible for you to have 100% win rate on the race, even if you have the perfect aptitude. This is not too big of an issue since we no longer have to go on G2 and G3 race for the affinity. But this means that you might have to forego some third G1 race to better your odds of winning all the scheduled race. Kkumtul mentioned that it's perfectly fine for you to skip some third G1 race to make sure that you win all turf G1 race. Skipping 1 or 2 third G1 will not have too big of an impact on your affinity. But if you want to create a perfect UMA that won all the G1 turf and dirt race combined, unfortunately, you will still have to do that manually yourself or get extremely lucky. In theory, you have a chance to win any race, even if you go 50 consecutive races in a row. You just gotta get lucky. Now, here's the full table where it lists a chance for you to win the race depending on your distance and track aptitude of your UMAs. And make sure you also account for the debuff from the consecutive race. So what kind of deck should we run for the independent career? For your deck building, it is recommended that you prioritize support cards with good skill hints over the support card that has higher training value, such as Pico Pegasus. And try not to use the card that you will be using on your ace run. What you should prioritize are support cards with rare skill hints or support cards with key skill hints such as playtime's over. And you must include a scenario friend or group card for the scenario that you're playing. So how does support card affects your final stat line and skill points that you get at the end of the career? So a Korean JP veteran kept track of his result depending on running various support decks. And what he found out was that you usually get around 4,000 skill points on the newer scenario with the independent career, no matter what MLB SSR support card that you use. However, once you start using support cards on lower limit break, or when you use non-SSR support cards, SR or ARC support card, the amount of skill points that you get falls off dramatically. So do not run non-SSR card or SSR card with lower limit break for the independent career. So for a beginner player, instead of using lower limit break cards on your independent career, it is recommended that you use MLB support card that's given during the event, specifically the one that gives you a good skill hint. So make sure you think twice before you complete the free SSR card that you get from the main story or special event. This also make it good for you to have higher limit break on cards that are normally only used for smart farming, such as Smart Falcon, or a scenario link Pell card for the specific scenario that you're planning on using the independent training. We know for sure that running the scenario without the scenario link Pell or group card will significantly lower the amount of skill points that you get. And if you look over here, you can see that your deck composition does not impact your final stat line. As you can see, this deck with 0 speed card results a similar amount of stat line to a run where he ran 2 speed card. And the reason is independent career is not actually an autoplay where AI plays the scenario for you using your support card, but instead is a simulation with various check marks on how the AI will distribute your stat line using your various support cards. So initially, when you're selecting which career style that you want to use for the independent career, you're just selecting what kind of final stat line that you would like to get. Right now, the assumption is that if you're running a deck with 2 or more speed cards, selecting prioritize sprint will give you a better result with higher SP. If you're running 2 or more stamina card, it's better to select prioritize stamina options on the career style for the better result. If you're running a Highlander deck, it's best to select balance styles for the best outcome. So it's proven that the independent career does not actually play the career. That's why I would recommend you to prioritize support card with good skill hints instead of prioritizing support card with good training numbers. And as we talked about before, the win rate for your scheduled race is independent from what support cards that you're running. The win rate for the scheduled race is 100% dependent on your UMA's aptitude and the number of consecutive race. And the last thing that I would like to mention is that there are no rival race on the independent career. So if you do the independent career on scenarios such as Track Blazer, you you will never run into a rival race. And it's impossible to earn trophies, live or gallery, for your archive by using independent career. However, it is possible for you to complete the event missions, so you will not have to waste time farming unnecessary race to complete the mission. So to summarize, to best take advantage of the independent career, plan out your race to take best advantage of your A aptitudes, and do not go on more than 4 races at the time. And prioritize using support cards with good skill hint instead of a good training number. And as long as you follow these directions, you'll be able to best utilize independent careers on your account. And the final thing I would like to mention is that this new feature is to make your parents farming easier. It's there to help you to do your spark farming and also to complete various event missions. It does not outright replace you from playing the game. You will still need to do your ace run yourself for Champions Meeting and Legal Heroes. It's not a Doomers update to make you play the game less, but it's a quality of life feature that gets rid of the amount of grinding that you need to do and prioritize playing one portion of the game. Personally, I love playing ace runs on Uma Musume, but I hate doing unnecessary spark farming. So I'm really looking forward to independent career being added into the global server. Now with the independent career, you'll be able to do spark farming on Trackblazer without having to play Trackblazer yourself. This is definitely a different types of video from usual video that I make on this channel. But I wanted to share this video to everyone as soon as possible because I felt like there are not many content creators that knows exactly how independent career works. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll provide a link to Kkumtul's video in the description below. So make sure you give him a visit, like and comment on his video to boost the algorithm. Thank you Kkumtul for his amazing video. So what are you most looking forward to on this new feature? And how will you be utilizing this feature in your account? Please let me know in the comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a handsome day. Bye-bye. And I would like to thank my handsome contributor, XPop0, Gelation, and Liliac, and my pretty contributor, Kia, and Joe Ariel 1, and my other contributor, Cal the Noob, Kishinadeshi, First X, Damon Taylor, Braggle, Katie, Vito Gizmore, Tomas, Toshio Toyama, Alberto Obando, Barohona, Akurai 47, and rest of the contributor. Thank you so much for your support.